Nike has shocked the basketball world. They've refused to promote Caitlin Clark, sidelining her indefinitely after A'ja Wilson's complaints. That's right, A'ja Wilson is now Nike's golden child, plastered everywhere, while Caitlin, arguably the biggest rising star in sports, sits in silence with nothing. This decision came right after Wilson secured the MVP award, and Nike decided to back away from Clark, citing controversy. But is that really the full story?
A'ja Wilson, 28 years old, 1,000 points in the regular season. Why is that not the biggest story out at the moment? And why are we talking about Caitlin Clark?
Why exactly? Why when A'ja was releasing a shoe, were we talking about Caitlin?
Nike believes A'ja Wilson is a safer bet, less controversy, fewer headlines. But here's the catch: she won't move nearly as much product as Clark. Despite that, Caitlin is left in the shadows, buried under criticism from analysts and backlash from fans. It's almost as if Nike doesn't even care about making money this year. Why would a global brand ignore the most marketable player the league has ever seen?
And Clark's gonna help it change for the better. All of a sudden, we gonna see A'ja Wilson. She may get some more shine because she's that girl. Diana Taurasi gonna get more shine because we know what she brings to the table. Ionescu, she's gonna get more shine. Others, black, white, everything in between. It's about the ladies, now more so than ever before.
Wilson's complaints have vaulted her to Nike's #1 spot. She's being promoted everywhere, rumors even swirl about a signature Nike shoe. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is climbing faster than anyone expected. In just one season, she's amassed a following so massive it pulled in fans who never even watched women's basketball before. Her impact goes beyond the box score. She's reviving the sport itself. Yet Nike keeps her on the bench, leaving us to wonder what they're really afraid of.
Wonder if Caitlin, in every post-game press conference, she came out and talked about the kind of hateful comments that she was getting. If she came out and told everybody the reason why she has personal security that goes with her every single place, it's a lot. And so it's not just Caitlin Clark fans or Indiana Fever fans. It is not all going in one direction.
She's been called the future of the WNBA. Caitlin Clark has delivered record-breaking viewership, unprecedented excitement, and a wave of new fans the league hasn't seen in decades. And still Nike's spotlight remains fixed on A'ja Wilson. Clark's absence from their campaigns is glaring. Everyone expected her to become one of Nike's faces of the WNBA. Instead, they're pulling back as if pushing her into the limelight is too much of a risk. But why?
Somebody coming along and elevating the sport shine ultimately benefits you. Go out there, compete with her, try to bust her up if you want to, and all of that stuff. Just don't hate on the acclaim that she's getting.
This baffling choice has fans and analysts furious. Rumors are swirling that Nike has even rejected the idea of giving Caitlin Clark her own signature shoe liner move. Nearly everyone agrees is long overdue. She's the most marketable athlete in women's basketball today. So the question lingers, louder than ever. What's Nike really hiding, and why are they keeping Caitlin Clark in the shadows?
Exactly what I'm saying, because I think it makes a mockery of the women's game. If the focus on, now we just have to have people because of marketing and their attention, and they're not as talented, and we're not putting the best team out.
One theory sweeping through sports circles suggests this. Nike doesn't want Caitlin Clark to outshine their current ambassador, A'ja Wilson. Wilson, the reigning MVP and a powerhouse on the court, has been Nike's go-to face for the WNBA insiders claim. Nike fears that pushing Clark too hard could shake their brand hierarchy, making Wilson feel sidelined, less valued, or even replaced. And make no mistake, A'ja has made it clear she intends to stay on top. But the question is, at what cost?
Noise that I don't really listen to, honestly, because I'm in season. I have other things that we need to worry about than what other people have to say.
It isn't unusual for brands to protect their established stars. After all, athletes who've carried a brand for years often become untouchable. That seems to be Nike's play here, sticking with Wilson as their flagship face rather than risk tension by elevating a new phenom like Clark. Yet this safe move may actually be the riskiest one, because while Nike clings to tradition, Caitlin Clark is rapidly becoming the biggest attraction in women's basketball. Ignoring her rise could mean leaving millions on the table. So why is Nike still holding back?
Got one of the hottest selling jerseys in sports, y'all. According to Fanatics, led by the one and only Michael Rubin, Clark's Indiana Fever jersey is apparently sold out in all sizes. It was rumored that she actually outsold Dallas Cowboy jersey.
Clark's performances are nothing short of electric. She's pulled in record-breaking viewership, sold out arenas, and skyrocketed jersey sales. She's ignited interest in women's basketball like few athletes ever have, capturing the loyalty of lifelong fans and the curiosity of newcomers. And this isn't a passing trend. Clark has built a loyal following that continues to grow. Marketing experts agree. She's a dream for brands. Yet Nike hesitates, hiding behind whispers that her fiery on-court persona might be too polarizing. Could her confidence and raw passion really be the reason she's being kept in the shadows?
Most folks, but the few who are, you know who the hell you are. calm the hell down. Support Caitlin Clark, because recognize that when you act that way, you stain her name as well because of your association to her. Not that anybody would think that she thinks like that. But the point is, what is your problem?
Nike, a brand that carefully polishes its image, might be nervous about an athlete who celebrates openly, shows her emotions, and plays with undeniable fire. But here's the truth. Caitlin Clark has never crossed the line. She's professional in press conferences, respectful in interviews, and has avoided any off-court scandals. Her intensity is no different than that of elite athletes in every sport. It's the hunger to win. In fact, when she loses, her response often shows more grace than her rivals. Compare her reaction to Angel Reese's, and the contrast speaks volumes. So why then does Nike see fire where the world sees greatness?
We didn't move it side to side like we had for 3 quarters, which we were really good. I just felt like we didn't execute. It just felt like we kind of let them take them. When they went on a little run, we could never find a way to respond, and you know, that's what happens in basketball.
On the flagrant, did you feel like that?
Basketball play.
Yeah, you feel like that was the appropriate call, or?
It's a basketball play. I can't control the refs. They affected the game obviously a lot tonight. So this clip gonna get out somewhere. I know.
Sure.
If anything, Clark's competitiveness should be celebrated, not used against her. It's proof of her relentless drive qualities brands usually crave. And yet, an unfair narrative persists, painting her as controversial when in reality she's been overlooked time and time again. Endorsements slip by, media coverage skews elsewhere, and major sponsorships keep choosing safer options. Despite her undeniable talent and unmatched marketability, Clark is pushed aside, left waiting for recognition she's more than earned. For Nike, this isn't just a mistake, it's a missed opportunity of historic proportions. How much longer can they ignore the future of women's basketball?
Somebody that's come along, who, by the way, I'm gonna go there, who happens to be white, and brought a level of attention and allure to the sport it had not received before. And what we were seeing from an abundance of folks appeared to be resentment.
The numbers don't lie. In her rookie season, Caitlin Clark has already staked her claim as the league's second-best player, right behind A'ja Wilson. Her scoring, passing, and leadership are years beyond her age. To averaging elite numbers and delivering jaw-dropping plays, she has turned games into must-watch events. From logo-range threes that silence entire arenas to no-look passes that shred defenses, Clark is redefining how women's basketball is played and how it's watched. Fans aren't just tuning in, they're glued to her every move. And yet, Nike still hesitates. The world sees a generational star, but Nike acts as if they don't, which begs the ultimate question. How much longer can Nike ignore Caitlin Clark before it's too late?
The 2023 season, the WNBA had grown by 40% viewership from 2022 to 2023. But with Caitlin Clark's arrival, it's grown by 400% viewership. What that means is if the WNBA were continue to grow at the rate it grew from 22 to 23, it would take until 2028 to do what Caitlin Clark did this.
Caitlin Clark has a rare ability to completely take over a game, whether it's through scoring or playmaking. When she's on the floor, all eyes are on her. It's no surprise her games are breaking viewership records, both in arenas and on television. Clark's presence hasn't just lifted her team, it's brought a surge of excitement to the entire WNBA, drawing in diehard fans and brand new viewers alike.
Now has an 8-year, $28 million deal with Nike that will include her own signature shoe. The deal is the richest sponsorship contract for a women's basketball player. She deserves it! She deserves it!
There's no question she's already one of the league's biggest stars. If Nike fully embraced her, the brand could see a massive spike in sales, viewership, and global interest in women's basketball. Clark's influence stretches beyond the court. Her social media following is growing. Her jersey sales remain among the highest, and she connects with younger fans in a way few athletes can. Yet, instead of celebrating her rise, the spotlight often shifts to controversy. Analysts dissect her fiery competitiveness rather than highlighting her undeniable skill. Instead of praise, conversations too often center on what she's not doing right, which makes little sense given how much she's done to elevate the game.
You had some jealousy, not by most, not by all, but there were some people within the WNBA, players, pundits, etc., that were trying to tear her down. And so how y'all look now? See, I love how everybody trying to change the argument. My man Shay Shannon Sharp went off about it this morning, how there were so many people getting at people like him, getting at people like me and others, trying to change the freaking narrative. When people were trying to knock her down, they were trying to bring credibility to the argument. They weren't jealous.
Through it all, Clark has stayed professional. No off-court drama, no clashes with the media, just basketball. She lets her play do the talking, consistently proving she belongs among the league's elite. Still, it feels like she's constantly being asked to re-earn recognition she's already secured. while Aja Wilson remains the clear marketing favorite. But sidelining Clark doesn't reflect reality. Her impact is undeniable, and her presence has already changed the landscape of the WNBA. Ignoring her star power isn't just unfair, it's short-sighted.
Let me thank Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell and all the rest for refusing to say die, refusing to lose, fighting back again and again and again, and playing at a much higher level than they should be at this stage and age. Was I ever entertained?
At this point, Nike's reluctance to fully promote Caitlin Clark looks like a mix of fear and hesitation. They've invested heavily in Aja Wilson, and they're reluctant to upset that balance. But Nike has always thrived by championing the best, and Clark has proven she's exactly that. She's played at the highest level, brought new fans to the game, and represented women's basketball with class. Right now, the timing is perfect. Caitlin Clark's moment is here, and Nike has to decide whether they'll seize the opportunity or watch it pass them by. Because if they don't, it won't just feel unfair to Clark, it'll feel like Nike missed out on something truly special.